Hey everybody, Striders here with another pre-game stats breakdown, and starting off on the red team, we have an Olaf, Sejuani, Ezreal, Leona, and Malphite versus the blue team who has Blitzcrank, Graves, Twisted Fate, Jayce, and Skarner. Should be a very exciting match as always. So on the top lane, we are going to have an Olaf versus a Jayce. Very interesting indeed. So this means Olaf is probably going to have to max out his undertow, I believe, in order to really kind of close the gap and farm from afar, while Jayce just kind of pokes him all day. But Olaf mains top, while Jayce also mains top. The only thing is Olaf's only been played by this person 3 times in a ranked game, where Jayce has been played by this person almost 100 times with a 63.16% win ratio. I think I'm definitely going to have to give this top lane to the Jayce. I don't think there's any real question as to why. But then mid lane, we're going to have Sejuani versus... Sejuani versus Twisted Fate. Sejuani mains caster, while Twisted Fate mains jungle. This is going to give a pretty big advantage to Sejuani. But Sejuani's only been played by this person 8 times with a 50% win rate, as to where TF's been played by this person about almost 200 times with a 61% win ratio. I think I'm going to have to give this to Twisted Fate just because he's ranged while Sejuani is melee, and just the experience that this person has with Twisted Fate. It's definitely going to provide a huge advantage. And then if we take a look at the jungle, we're going to have a Malphite versus a Skarner. Malphite and Skarner both main jungle, so no one has a real huge advantage there. Malphite's been played by this person about 64 times with a 64% win ratio, which is really good. Skarner's been played by this person about 86 times with a 59.3% win ratio, which is also extremely good. I think overall I'm going to have to give this to the Malphite, just because of the higher win percentage, and Malphite tends to be a huge nuisance, especially with the amount of auto attackers that the blue team has, and with his standard going Glacial Heart. Or Frozen Heart, sorry. I think it's going to be really good for him. And then if we take a look at the bottom lane, we're going to have Ezreal versus the Graves. Ezreal mains AD carry while Graves mains caster, so this is going to give a huge advantage to Ezreal. Ezreal's been played by this person about 92 times with a 66% win ratio, which is phenomenal. Graves has only been played by this person 10 times with a 50% win ratio, which is not the best. So I think I'm going to have to give the AD carry to the red team for sure. And then if we take a look at the supports, we're going to have a Leona versus a Blitzcrank. Leona mains AD carry while Blitzcrank mains top. I think this gives Leona a bit of an advantage just because she knows about bottom lane a little bit more than Blitzcrank. Knows what the support should be doing at what times and that type of thing. Leona's been played by this person about 40 times with a 50% win ratio, as to where Blitzcrank's been played by this person only once and lost it. So I think I'm going to have to give bottom lane completely to the red team. If you add up the wins and losses of everybody of the champions that they're playing, you're going to have the red team with a 61.46% chance of winning, and the blue team of a 61.18% chance of winning. And that is super close, probably the closest I've ever seen it. Both teams have 2 members that have extremely low games played, being the Olaf, Sejuani, Blitzcrank, and Graves. So I'm a little bit worried about that. But the fact that it's only the bottom lane on the blue team that doesn't have experience, I think I'm going to have to give the win to the blue team. So I'm going to go against the numbers on this one and go with the blue team. I think they just have a stronger chance of winning. So let's go ahead and hop into the game and see what happens. Hey everybody, Striders back with another slice of ELO heaven. Sorry about the delay, I was just so very close to not quite hitting this particular game, so I had to rush things really quickly. The main reason I wanted to get this was because of the main reason I wanted to get this is because of the Sejuani mid. This is the 2nd time now that I've seen this. I don't know if this is going to become a flavor of the month type thing, or if she just counters specific types of champions like a TF. I'm not 100% sure. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Looks like both teams are playing pretty defensively. I think the blue team probably could have done some form of invasion. The red team doesn't really have any ways to get away or any real hard CC except for an auto attack Leona, which probably is not the best. But yeah, it could have been. I think they would have definitely had the advantage, especially with the acceleration gate and the Blitzcrank. There's no way anybody could have ran away. So I think that might be the smallest little bit of a misplay. I think the blue team would have definitely had an advantage in that particular case, but they decided not to go with it. Which happens. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. And now we have Olaf going in, trying to just, not really trying, but just leashing. Not doing too bad. Sejuani just going to get harassed by these blue cards all day, I would assume. Just straight up auto attacks. It's probably not going to be good for her since TF is a pretty heavy auto attacker, especially once he gets his wild cards. So I don't know if this is going to be the best for her. We'll see how it all turns out, though. I think when she gets level 6, she's definitely going to be able to counteract the ultimate from TF. If he decides to pop it, she can charge in and then throw her ult and get it before he can even teleport. So it's definitely really good in concept, although you have to have a lot of cooldowns up and available in order to be able to do it. So this is what's a little bit dangerous about the red team. They have two melees, one in top, one in mid, and then the blue team has range champions, so being TF and Jayce. So it could be extremely dangerous. I think the red team is going to get extremely out-harassed, and without a hyper-aggressive jungler like a Maokai or something like that, and as I say that, he actually gets popped up. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of damage coming in. The summoner heal coming out. Is Jayce going to die? Oh yes, Nex just barely kills. Some wonderful play by that Olaf, just barely being able to pick up that kill. Wow, that was absolutely beautiful. Grab coming out, not quite landing. The blue team did see the Malphite run in here because they did have a ward in that in the river. So great job by the blue team, really being aware that they're definitely going to want to have a lot of ganks coming down in bottom lane. Now the reason he went bottom lane instead of top or mid was, again, it's because of the fact that the melee versus ranged, it's really dangerous, but at the same time, the mid lane and top lane are just going to take so much harass that there's not really anything they're going to be able to do about it. Oh, and a great tower dive coming out from the blue team. They're really going to have to back off, and luckily for them, Skarner was nowhere in the general vicinity. They didn't have any wards anywhere else, and Skarner didn't show himself on the map. So there's a very lucky coincidence that they were able to kind of just catch him off guard completely. So Sejuani's not doing too bad. She has 19 CS versus the 20 of TF. So not bad at all, which is pretty surprising, to be honest. I was actually very surprised that they were able to keep up that close. Right now, Ezreal, though, he has 19 CS. So pretty much everybody's doing the same on the red team. Looks like the highest amount is going to be this TF at this point, and then it's going to be the Olaf. But that extra kill going on to Ezreal and the extra kill on Olaf is going to be really bad for this blue team if this continues. There's also a kill on to Leona, which is also going to help, of course, just for the extra wards. And a lot of extra damage coming out, but it looks like Jayce is going to be able to get out of there with that acceleration gate. It doesn't actually look like he ran through it the first time, so he's able to run through it on the way back. And uh-oh, this could be really bad. A great stun now coming out from Leona. She's not going to do anything else. A great power fist now coming down from Blitzcrank, and the grab just barely missing. I don't know if they really wanted to land that grab, but it would have been good either way. Malphite is still level 4. He really needs to chug along and get that level 6. Same with Skarner. Skarner's also level 4. But wow, Malphite's significantly further ahead. Doing a great job. Wow. Olaf again picking up this Jayce. I'm very surprised that this Jayce is actually losing to this to the Olaf. Olaf's getting a nice little bit of damage, and wow, a great hammer strike, but it doesn't quite. That thundering blow does not knock him into tower range, so wasn't able to help him with that kill, and Olaf's just too powerful once he gets low health. So great job by him. Now TF again is just going to throw out as much harass as possible. It doesn't look like Sejuani really cares all that much. She only has 3 ability power. She's not going to be able to do too much of anything. She's finally starting to lose in this lane because that that gold card is going to be really, really bad. Oh, wow, a huge permafrost with that charge, and that is going to be an ultimate with the ignite, and then followed up by the auto tech. Sejuani picks up the kill on the TF. Oh my god, that was just phenomenal. That was great. It's so unconventional. Why does it work? Frickin' Sejuani, how does that work? Awesome. I like this. I like this new fad of Sejuani mid. It's probably strictly a solo queue thing, because I think she would get absolutely destroyed anywhere else. The great thing about her is that she does have like a gap closer to getaway maneuver. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is it's a lot like Gragas's headbutt or body slam. Or headbutt, yeah, it's headbutt. Or no, it's body slam, sorry. It's like Gragas's body slam to where it stops once it hits target. Oh man, now it looks like a lot of damage coming out, and oh yes, that is going to be another kill going down for Olaf. Olaf is 3-0 against this Jayce with almost double the CS at this point. And wow, that is not going to be good for this blue team. Blue team is about 2,500 gold behind. Oh my gosh, Sejuani's coming in for another kill. She can be able to get it. No, it looks like the stun card does come off. And no, Malphite does not have his ult, so it's not going to be able to do anything else. Let's see if we can get to live here. And kind of follow up. Uh-oh, it looks like Jayce has disconnected from this game. I don't know if that is a rage or not. It looks like chat's talking about it quite a bit. Let's see what we can find out. He left, push mid, GG. That is very disappointing. I obviously, just like everybody else, I hate AFKers. Jayce just left because he was losing. He's getting wrecked, you know, as 0 kills to 6. It's definitely not one of the best things to go as a team, but it's still comebackable. But I actually have never seen Jayce just have that much trouble in a lane before. It's just, I've never seen that happen. So it's very interesting that it did happen, and it just continued to snowball out of control. So quitting the game at 25, wow, very disheartening. A great thing they have Ezreal. Ezreal is going to be able to increase the attack speed of everybody on the team, and that is really just going to help them take down these towers. So they're going to be able to take them down as quickly as possible. They're running out of minions. They're going to have to wait for another wave. Since there's only one minion left, it looks like they may just tank it to suicide. It's very possible. Is it going to get... No. Summoner heal. Summoner heal. Olaf was so close to dying. Definitely increases attack speed, the lower health he got, so I guess it's not the worst idea possible. Now Flash coming out, and yes, at this point the entire blue team has forfeited the game. I hate watching games like this to where it just happens, but I really want to see the Sejuani mid. Sejuani mid. I might end up doing a second game from this just because I know you guys want to see a little bit higher quality of games than this. It may not be exactly what you guys really, really wanted, but it's something that you guys deserve, of course. Oh, the execution. No, it wasn't execution. Go TF. TF's coming back. Pentakill. Pentakill TF. No. TF, you had it. You're so close. So close, TF. Oh man, this could be really bad. It's Sejuani. If she tanks the tower, she's gonna die. Oh, Olaf came in. Wow, went after Olaf. That is very surprising. And that is going to be a second dead Nexus tower, and it looks like the Nexus will finally go down at about 11 minutes. One of the fastest games that I have ever seen, I must say. Oh, TF's coming in for the back. Is he going to get a triple kill? The triple kills! No, he won't. And the Ignite now going down. I think they have 30 seconds to finish it before 11 minutes. TF, he's going to get away. Get away, TF. Run away. Yeah. Oh, Olaf just barely got him. Very unfortunate for that TF. Wow, it looks like the red team just kind of outplayed the blue team. Mainly it was just the top lane. The other lanes were doing, you know, relatively fine. They were doing okay. But then top lane died 3 times, then he just went AFK. That's very disappointing. I hate watching games like this. So most likely I will be recording another game right after this. just so I can get another one, and I'll probably just call it like episode 7 part 2 or something. I really don't know yet. We'll find out, but yeah, make sure to tune in for the next game, because I'm definitely going to do another one after this. I guess you could just call this high ELO rage. This is really the ELO heaven that Strider likes to see, but it does happen from time to time, so you just have to worry about it. Just make sure that when you're at the ELO that you guys are at, I'm not sure what broad spectrum that actually all the viewers or the subscribers are at. I have absolutely no idea. But whether you're 2800 or you're 300 ELO, you just have to make sure you just keep your cool, make sure you have coverage. You know, Skarner wasn't even level 6, and once Skarner gets level 6, it's a completely different game. He could definitely have won just one team fight strictly with the Skarner ult in conjunction with the TF ult. He could have came out, there was stun card, you know, ulted to where Skarner was dragging somebody, and it would just been like a phenomenal combo. And then with Blitzcrank pulling him even further, it's just there's so much that the blue team I think could have done to came back. It was just very unfortunate that the Jayce did have to leave or just left for whatever reason. But yeah, just make sure you guys do not rage. That I can't stress that enough. I know sometimes it's hard because you get people that you feel aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, or sometimes you're just frustrated with yourself and you don't want to play anymore. But you do have to keep in mind that there still are 4 other, not even just the 4 other people on your team, but the 5 people on the other team. I mean, yeah, you will technically just give them free ELO, and they're probably mildly happy about it, but the reason people play this game is to get better. I know, especially ranked games, people play it to get better, and they're not going to get better playing 5 vs 4s or 4v5s or whatever. So just make sure you guys don't rage. But all in all, thank you for watching, of course, as always. Make sure to subscribe if you do like my content. I do put out daily content as frequently as possible, of course. Sometimes there are exceptions, but for the most part, it's daily. If you like this particular video, press that like button. Many of you guys may press dislike because of the just because of the fact that it was a really short game, but I'll do another one for you guys anyway. But yeah. And make sure to request a specific champion or player that you want to see, because that definitely helps out. I do look at those requests. It will also enable you to be eligible for the raffles and stuff that I do have on occasion. Also, I am doing a new contest for taglines. So anytime you request a tagline for my episode, for that particular episode, it's just a short tagline. You can watch my most recent vlog. It'll go over everything. But you'll accumulate points, and once you hit 10 points every time you come up with a tagline that I decide to use, then you will, once you hit 10 points, I'll reward you with an RP card. I haven't decided if it's $5 or $10 yet. It'll probably end up being around $10 because I don't think it'll happen frequently anyway. So, but yeah, again, thanks guys for watching, and I will see you in a little bit.